There was letting elections change. So difference between this little difference and
Flip that around. Turn it around. Is there another one?
Is it okay?
Is it okay?
If we have the last two suggestions repeated.
Repeated.
Yep.
Yes?
Yes.
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 Are they not comment?
That, in all fairness, there should be opportunity for Elections Canada to investigate whether all 31,000 calls were reports of fraudulent activity. Because many calls are about other things. And I base that on having worked on election campaigns as a caller.
As a change, might we take out the 31,000 figure and just leave fraudulent activity?
Can I get a consensus?
Yes. So, investigate the fraudulent activity. Keep the 31,000.
I saw some neutrals on this side.
On this side.
Can I speak to that? Or can we speak to that?
Can we not say many complaints, 31,000 complaints, many of which are reported to me about fraudulent like that?
Can we not say
31,000 complaints?
31,000 complaints.
Many of which are reported to me about fraudulent activity across 77 ridings.
Can I see a consensus on this?
Well, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure
About this one.
about this one.
Since in previous elections, correct me if I'm wrong, there was only about 500 to 700 complaints.
There's only about 500 to 700 complaints.
In a question of scale, 31,000 plus doesn't compare.
31,000 plus does not compare.
What would be a suggested sentence that acknowledged both points?
I saw Mer's hand up.
I think that
I think that
by saying 31,000 complaints
of fraud,
we're just acknowledging that people have put forward complaints.
We're just acknowledging that people put forward complaints.
And that will give time to Elections Canada
To investigate those complaints. Sure.
Yeah, I saw you.
I would just like to add that we call for expedient and rapid investigation and not have this drag out.
Call for expedient and rapid investigation drag out.
bringing it back to the sentence at hand. I'd like
I'd like to
have a suggested sentence
have a suggested sentence
that we can come to consensus around
that we can come to consensus around
and continue to modify.
and continue to modify.
So I'd like
So I'd like
to write out the sentence
to write out the sentence
here
here
and then
and then
have people suggest.
have people suggest.
Double size.
So I'm going to
Ask Joe
to bring up his notes on the sentence,
Bring up his notes from the sentence.
to write it, to transcribe it here.
Oh.
Transcribe it here.
The whole sentence? Well, I would like to propose
I like to propose
that it's a long sentence.
Forget it.
Forget it.
Tori's love long sentence.
From the changes at hand,
from the changes at hand.
it seems to acknowledge that the 31,000 complaints weren't all necessarily fraudulent in nature. And to acknowledge that. Furthermore, I think that was it for this one right now. My laptop just booted.
In the interest for participatory policy and petition building, I'd like to see if everyone has felt heard. Can I get a consensus?
Yeah.
As soon as we can, we will have that sentence ready. And have the group come to consensus around it.
Whereas in the 41st federal election, Elections Canada has received more than 31,000 complaints. Many of which were fraudulent in nature. Across 77 ridings. Allegedly targeting Liberal and NDP supporters. In an effort to deny Canadian citizens their fundamental, non-partisan, sacrosanct right to vote.
Can I ask for any suggestions on how to modify?
Should be 33,000. I heard today is 33.
I think it's 31.
Sure?
Yeah.
It should be 33.
It's more than 31.
Okay. 31 plus. Go with 31 plus.
Go with 31 plus.
Suggestion put forward in the start of this was to take the number out and make it something that can grow with the number that's growing. Make it enormous. Make it numerous.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Can you repeat yourself?
Make it enormous. Make it numerous. Make it a large amount of Canadian citizens.
Make it a large amount.
Significant and disturbing.
Take the number itself out.
Take the number itself out.
Oh, something miles in.
It should be regarding
It should be regarding
31,000 calls. Regarding fraudulent activity, not 31,000 fraudulent calls.
It should be regarding fraudulent activity,
Should be regarding fraudulent activity.
not 31,000 calls.
Not 31,000 fraudulent calls.
Not 31,000 fraudulent calls.
31,000 calls regarding fraud.
Mic check.
Mic check.
We're there.
We're there.
Any more suggestions?
I don't have a lot of faith in Elections Canada.
I don't have a lot of faith in Elections
Canada.
The In-N-Out scandal was investigated by them.
The In-N-Out scandal was investigated by them.
And led to a nominal fine to the Conservative Party.
And led to a nominal fine to the Conservative Party.
Sections 524 and 527
Sections 524 and 527
of the Canada Elections Act allow citizens in ridings where irregularities took place to contest that election. Citizens have 30 days. From knowing of the irregularities. To contest this election. The media started covering this February 22nd. The clock runs out March 22nd. I'd like to call on all citizens in affected ridings to use the Canada Elections Act to contest this election.
Wave your sign.
I have a point of process. It is 140. And the nature of a petition. Has these whereas statements. Which are a sort of preamble. What's coming up is the therefore statement. Which is the action that we call Parliament. To perform. I would therefore like to propose. I read the last whereas statement. For your approval. And we get to the meat of this. I'm trying to be vegetarian. We get to the therefore statement.
Can I just ask if I can read out that last whereas and ask for a consensus around it.
So we can move on.
So taking everything into account. Whereas in the 41st federal election, Elections Canada has received an unprecedented number of complaints across 77 ridings. Allegedly targeting Liberal and NDP supporters. In an effort to deny Canadian citizens their fundamental. Non-partisan. Sacrosanct. Right to vote. I'd like to put this forward.
Can I?
Well, there was just you didn't read of fraudulent activity. You just went from complaints, but you didn't say from complaints of fraudulent activity.
Thank you.
Yeah. So one last consensus check. With fraudulent activity. Those are our whereas statements.